Many view discipline as a rigid set of rules, a template borrowed from books or someone else's polished routine. But true discipline isn't imitation. It's not a foreign cage or a plan forced onto your unique life. It must align with your essence. Ask yourself, does this framework suit me? Does it honor who I am at my core? If it doesn't, no matter how impressive it seems, it becomes a trap, not a path. You see this everywhere. People join the 5 a.m. club, adopt strict schedules, or follow others' diets, only to burn out and rebel. Why? It doesn't fit. Discipline that ignores your natural rhythm is self-destruction, not self-mastery. Stoics rejected self-punishment. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor, Epictetus, a former slave, and Seneca, a political writer. Each forged discipline suited to their lives and temperaments. Marcus said, "Do what's right, the rest is irrelevant." This isn't a call for leniency, but for deep self-awareness. Acting rightly means knowing yourself first, then building from that truth. Your discipline must match your inner ecosystem. Some thrive on morning structure, others spark at night or need fluid time for creativity. Both are valid. What matters is that your system strengthens, not breaks, you. This isn't indulgence, it challenges you, stretches you, sometimes stings, but it's shaped to your soul, not someone else's. You're the designer of your discipline. Copying another's plan and blaming yourself when it fails erodes your spirit. Craft your code intentionally, piece by piece, from within. Only then does discipline become the foundation of your soul, not a cage. Ask, what structure lets me flourish? Define it, then build it. Lesson 2. Success can dull your edge from dawn to dusk. We're surrounded by people, whether you're outgoing or reserved, requiring constant interaction. This makes soft skill traits that enable effective, meaningful connections crucial for success. But success doesn't always announce itself boldly. Sometimes it whispers, tempting you to relax, to coast. Have you ever justified skipping a workout, starting late, or indulging in distractions because I've earned it? That's success's hidden test. It softens you, eroding your edge before you notice. Discipline fades silently, without fanfare. You skip a small habit, excuse a slip, then another, and slowly drift, losing the routines that built your achievements. It's not a sudden fall, but a gradual leak. Stoics understood this risk. Marcus Aurelius, at the height of imperial power, warned, "Don't fear death, fear never truly living." To Stoics, success is a new terrain, a tougher test of discipline, not a finish line, but a checkpoint. Rest is vital, but intentional rest refuels, while surrendering to comfort decays. The real danger isn't failure, it's letting victories become excuses. Ask, are you still advancing, or resting on past wins? Are you sharpening your discipline, or trading it for ease? When you feel yourself softening, don't shame yourself, return to the process. Raise your standards, rebuild step by step. Success isn't permission to drift, it's a call to climb higher, to architect your ongoing growth. Lesson 3. Act without waiting for motivation. Have you noticed how mornings slip away while you wait to feel ready for the perfect mood or spark of motivation? This trap snares many, believing action follows feeling. But motivation is a result, not a starting point. Discipline isn't chasing fleeting emotions, it's showing up, regardless of mood. People linger at the edge of their dreams, waiting for the stars to align, but Stoics saw through this. Epictetus said, "Decide who you want to be, then do what's necessary." Neuroscience supports this. Starting a small action signals your brain to generate energy, creating momentum. The key is to begin before you feel ready. That inner voice urging you to wait never fully quiets. If you negotiate with feelings, days, weeks, years slip away. For Stoics, discipline is a code, a commitment to your values, built action by action. It asks, what do you stand for, not what do you feel? Start small. 5 minutes of movement, a single sentence written, a brief, honest talk. The hardest part is the first step, the moment before action. Don't wait for inspiration. Honor yourself by acting until it becomes your nature. Not a struggle, but an alignment with your chosen self. Ask, what have you delayed, waiting for motivation? Act now. Let your actions shape your emotions. Discipline transforms from a burden to your character. Lesson 4. Choose consciously. Don't react. Automatically. Reactions are swift, emotional, often thoughtless, driven by past conditioning or instinctual fight-or-flight responses. Responding, however, is deliberate, reflective, considering perspectives before acting. Choosing to respond fosters better outcomes in daily interactions. But how much of your day is guided by true choice versus old habits or societal scripts? Most aren't living there, replaying roles they never chose, following routines that feel safe but hollow. This isn't living, it's drifting. Seneca warned, without a destination, no wind helps you sail. Without conscious direction, even effort becomes empty motion. Stoic discipline is awareness, questioning your motives in each moment. Why am I doing this? Is this my choice or someone else's? Overworking, people-pleasing, or self-sabotage often stem from survival habits, not your true self. The Stoic path begins with self-examination. Pause before reacting. Is this you, or a programmed response? Strip away what weakens you, keep what strengthens. Each conscious choice, setting down your phone, breathing before speaking, breaking a pointless habit builds the foundation of your life. Discipline isn't suffering for difficulty's sake, acting on your values, even unseen. You're not defined by reactions but by chosen responses. Ask, what habit will you question today? Name it, act on it. Lesson 5. Disorder erodes you silently. Chaos doesn't crash through your life. It seeps in quietly through small neglects you dismiss as trivial. A skipped workout, an ignored message, a broken promise to yourself. At first, it's unnoticeable, no alarms, no immediate fallout. But each delay, each choice of comfort over commitment, accumulates. Your mind grows heavier, your days scattered, your clarity eroded in silence, until you feel like a stranger to yourself. This disorder isn't just external, it's within. A cluttered space mirrors a restless mind. Without routine or boundaries, your soul drifts, losing the calm order brings. Epictetus said, "No one is free without self-mastery." Freedom comes from chosen structure, not external rules. Order isn't rigid control, but boundaries, protecting what matters. Morning rituals, honest reflection, simple rules for your time. These aren't cages, but vessels for your energy, turning chaos into strength. Without them, you're reactive, swayed by moods or circumstances, and your best self slips away. Small bad habits don't ruin you overnight, they erode you. Slowly, like water on stone. The Stoic response is intentional order, not for control's sake, but for freedom to choose, act, and grow. Build one structure at a time to reclaim your life with purpose. Lesson 6. Discipline reflects self-respect. Discipline and self-respect are intertwined. Weak discipline undermines your confidence. Low self-respect makes discipline feel impossible. They form a cycle, positive or negative. True discipline shines in private moments, unseen, unchecked, where you choose who you are through quiet promises. It's not what you proclaim but what you do alone. Many see discipline as punishment, a restriction on joy. For Stoics, it's a code guiding you through chaos, not denying joy but refusing to trade your future for fleeting comfort. Without an anchor, moods, habits, or external demands take over. Freedom begins when you lead yourself. Discipline isn't guilt or force, it's alignment with your future self. Built through small commitments, rising on time, keeping your word, choosing right despite invisibility. These aren't limits but acts of mastery. The more you uphold your principles, the more your integrity radiates. earning respect without shouting. Discipline requires honesty, calling out your excuses, facing your delays. People avoid it, not from inability, but from fear of their potential's demands. Stoicism offers guidance, not rules, urging action for your values, not applause. Discipline declares, I matter, my goals matter, my time matters. Start with one kept promise. Lesson 7. Your private actions shape your public self. Who are you when no one sees? This isn't just a question, it's the core of discipline. Anyone can shine for an audience, chasing praise or crafting an image, but your true character forms in solitude, in unseen choices. Do you honor your commitments alone, rise when the alarm sounds, or hit snooze, thinking it's trivial? No one knows, but that's where discipline lives, in quiet moments. Private integrity builds public strength. Acting upright only when watched isn't integrity, it's performance. Public acclaim on shaky foundations crumbles in storms. True confidence grows from keeping your word to yourself, even alone. Marcus Aurelius journaled privately, wrestling with his flaws unseen. That's the real battle, not against the world, but against inner excuses, laziness, fear. Solitude is your soul's training ground. Every early morning, resisted temptation or mastered emotion lays a brick in your life's temple. Ask, who am I alone? That's your foundation. Strong. In public, you don't perform, you live what you've crafted in silence. Lesson 8. Structure is your self-compassionate word. Structure often sparks resistance, sounding like a trap of schedules and rules that stifle life's joy. You might think it curbs freedom, stealing spontaneity, but chosen structure, rooted in self-awareness, isn't a prison, it's compassion for yourself. Stoics saw discipline as a gift, not a shackle, shielding you from chaos's pull. It's not about fearing life, but designing your days to live intentionally, not reactively. Without structure, freedom fractures. How often have you ended a day drained, unsure where time went? You weren't idle, were adrift, caught by the loudest demand. Structure doesn't suppress creativity or joy. Stoics embraced both, rejecting only distractions, tyranny. A day without structure is vulnerable to every impulse, slowly eroding your best self. With it, you build a temple, brick by brick, starting mornings calmly, protecting time for deep work or true rest. Structure isn't about doing more, it's clarity, clearing the unnecessary so what matters thrives. It's your compass, grounding you in a world pulling every way. The more your routines reflect your values, the freer you feel. Discipline becomes your foundation, not a burden. What does structure mean to you? Is it a cage, or your greatest act of self-kindness? Share how you craft your soul's architecture. Lesson 9. Embody your future self today. Transforming into the person you aspire to be doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of aligning your daily actions, mindset, and choices with your ideal self. This concept, often called identity-driven living, means living as that person now, not waiting to feel ready. Every choice, waking on time, choosing truth over ease, keeping a promise to yourself, casts a vote for who you'll become. In Stoicism, discipline isn't about checking off tasks or seeking external validation, it's about crafting your character from within. Epictetus advised, first, decide who you want to be, then do what's needed. This is Stoic practice, not just dreaming of change, but embodying it through deliberate, repeated actions. True discipline trains your mind and spirit to reflect your envisioned self. Ask, does this choice move me closer to the person I respect, or am I stuck in old patterns? Waiting for motivation is a dead end. You don't need permission from feelings, past, or circumstances. Instead, build step by step, choice by choice, moment by moment, aligning with your future self. Discipline rooted in identity feels like alignment. Not force, you're Not faking confidence or calm, but practicing it until it's you. Each act of self-mastery, however small, tells your future self, I'm worthy of becoming. This requires honesty. Are you ready to release old excuses, comforts, or stories holding you back? As you align with your ideal self, inner chaos fades, replaced by stability. Over time, the gap between who you are and who you want to be narrows not by chance but through countless intentional acts. Name your future self. Act as them now. Let the results follow. Lesson 10. Every moment builds your life's foundation. Every moment is a brick in your life's foundation. Not a poetic phrase, but a stark reality we often ignore until time runs out. You're given 1,440 minutes daily, each slipping away irretrievably. The question isn't if you have time but what you're building with it. Are you crafting a meaningful, sturdy life, or scattering bricks in chaos? Even idleness builds scrolling mindlessly, chasing distractions, letting moments leak. Those bricks shape a fragile structure, not the life you want. Stoics don't fear death because they treat each moment as sacred. Seneca said, life isn't short, we waste too much of it. You can recover money or relationships, but time is gone forever. Every minute is a creative act, a choice. Greatness isn't one grand decision, but countless small, disciplined acts, repeated daily, unseen by others, forming your soul's architecture. That hour lost to scrolling isn't just time, it's 11 days a year, a foundation lost. Change one habit right, reflect, practice gratitude, and you lay bricks that strengthen, not weaken, your temple. Discipline isn't about draining every minute, but acting with intention, showing up for yourself, no matter how small the act. Each choice adds a solid brick. Ask, what am I building now? Life isn't shaped tomorrow, it's built in this moment. Discipline means holding what matters dear, even when distractions tempt you to forget. That's the Stoic code, the anchor, the work. Lesson 11. Growth requires measurement. Ever ended a week wondering if you progressed or just spun in circles? Discipline isn't a feeling or good intention, it's tangible, countable, provable to yourself. Without measurement, it's not growth, it's guessing, drifting, hoping. Stoics knew you can't master what you don't track. Measuring isn't about perfection, but honesty, facing the truth of your habits, missteps, and progress. Many avoid this, clinging to excuses or vague hopes, but real change demands confronting reality. Self-reflection sparks transformation. Without it, you repeat errors, trapped in frustration. Growth isn't accidental. Excellence isn't luck. Aristotle said, we are what we do. Repeatedly, excellence is a habit. Habits need attention. Attention needs measurement. Track daily actions. Review weekly what worked, what didn't. Not to shame yourself, but to build something real, day by day. Without measurement, you're a river without banks, flowing aimlessly. Discipline with awareness tracked and measured becomes power. You see progress, mistakes, and what to change. Then act. No complex systems needed, just a notebook, one daily question, one act of self. Over time, you'll know, not guess. You're crafting a life worth living, brick by brick. Ask, will you track your growth or keep guessing? Mastering yourself prepares you for the final challenge, taming the force behind your impulses and distractions. Lesson 12. Master dopamine. Redesign your rewards. Have you ever surfaced from your phone, mind hazy, wondering where the hour went? That's not weakness, it's your brain hijacked by a world built to hook you. Modern life is a slot machine for attention. Scroll, click like, repeat, teach, action sparking dopamine. A cheap, addictive rush. Over time, your mind craves only quick, empty rewards, forgetting deeper satisfaction. Discipline isn't about denying pleasure, but seeing through its illusions. Not all pleasures serve you, and not all discomforts harm. Stoics recognized the world's false rewards, quick highs, shallow entertainment. True reward is slow, earned through effort, patience, intention. Chasing easy pleasures erodes your capacity for depth, leaving you restless, bored, unable to endure. But you're not broken. Your brain was trained for distraction and can be retrained. You don't abandon joy, but choose it wisely, finishing a task, keeping a promise, creating over consuming. Each step away from cheap dopamine-less scrolling, pointless updates toward meaningful work or presence rewires your reward system. Pause and ask, what habits steal my clarity, will, control? Build anchors: habits, structure, silence. Daily discipline isn't punishment, it's architecture for your soul. You don't kill joy, you elevate it, training your mind to savor satisfaction from shaping reality, not escaping it. That's Stoic discipline, choosing rewards worth waiting for. Conclusion: you faced a hard truth. Discipline isn't sparked by inspiration, it's seizing control of every small moment, every seemingly trivial choice, every brick in your life's temple. Not everyone is ready for this. You'll feel weary, lost, or disappointed at times. But discipline isn't punishment, it's your map to avoid drifting, your anchor against procrastination and old habits. You don't need perfection, just courage to begin and persistence to continue. How does this Stoic approach to discipline resonate? Comment with 1 option. 1 strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree, 5 strongly agree. If this spoke to you, like and subscribe for more direct Stoic insights. Share your thoughts below. What brick will you lay today to build a life of purpose?